Hey everybody, it's Riley. Okay, so I've been trying to do this tag video for forever. I think like last week I saw, everybody doing the tags, and I actually watched Amor forBeauty. I watched her video and I got tagged by her because she tagged everybody that watched it. So of course I've been meaning to do this, this video. But so I don't know, the lighting in here is a little fucking weird. So just bear with me. But yeah, so this is the tag video. Okay, so and then I got tagged by Pretty Things Rock. So yeah, that's why I was like, crap, I need to do this video before I get tagged by more people. If I look down, I'm sorry, I have the tag questions on my phone because I didn't want to have it up and everything, and there's glare in my glasses. I'm sorry, but I need them to see. Okay, so the first question is, what's your favorite color? My favorite color of like all time is baby blue. I'm huge. I love baby blue. It's like my color. I'm not like opposed to other colors, but baby blue is my all-time favorite. So the second question is, what weird habits do you have? That's a good question. That's a good question. If you hear me clicking, excuse me, I have to get quotes and stuff for the next, like, question later on. Weird habits. I don't really know. I mean, I bite my fingernails. I don't know if that's a weird habit. I think it's a bad habit. A weird habit, I tend to, okay, my weird habit, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Doug, the TV show. Every time I'm like bored or I'm on the phone or I'm talking to somebody and I just kind of, I'm like in some kind of weird zone, I like sing Doug. Like the do. Yeah, that's me. I don't know why. That's like my weirdest habit of all, I'd say. I think that's something that I do that like I shouldn't do. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's like my weirdest habit of all time. Let's see. Question number 3. What can't you leave your house without? My cell phone, my wallet, and and makeup on, because I like love makeup. I try to put it on before I leave my house. I don't really like leaving my house without it. So yeah, I think that's like my number one thing. Yeah, I think that's like, yeah, I think that's it. Like my cell phone and pretty much, try to make this a little brighter. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. I think that's good. That works. Okay. So the next, sorry. The next question, number 4. If you could have superpowers, what would they be? I would love to be, I think I'd love to be invisible, but I'd also love to read people's minds. That's my, like, number one thing, because, nobody ever says what they're really thinking. I mean, so I think, like, being able to read people's minds would be an awesome thing that would come in handy a lot. Number 5. What animals don't you like or love? They're not animals, they're like insects. I don't like insects. I actually hate them. And then what animals do I like? I don't know. What animals do I not like? I don't really not like any animals. I think I'm an animal lover, a huge animal lover. The animals that I love, I would say I like cats. I love dogs. I love koala bears and monkeys. I don't know. So yeah, those are my animals. Number 6. What do you like or not like about your face? This is such an interesting question. I hate this right here. I would say it's part of my chin, but but it's really not. I don't know what that is. I don't like that my cheeks are so big. Because when I smile, they're so far out. But I think that's pretty much it. Everything else, like take my weird crease that happens every time I make funny faces. I'll take the top half. It's like the bottom half that I don't like. My nose is extra big, but whatever. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me. I do hate my nose, but I'll keep that and get rid of the weird. I don't know what that is. You know, that weird part. Number 7, makeup or no makeup. I love makeup. I try to go out. Like I said, I try to go out of my house with makeup on. But it doesn't always work. Not always. So, I mean, makeup when I can. If I'm too lazy or whatever the case is, then, you know, no makeup. Let's see. Question number 8. Do you get upset easily? Yes and no. It depends on what it is. I feel like if you knock over my drink, I'm not going to be like a crazy person going, oh my god, you knocked over my drink. Or whatever the case is. Like something stupid or something that is fixable, I'm not going to freak out over. So I get upset easily for certain things. Depends. Let's not talk politics. Let's not talk about gays' rights, because that's another thing that I'm like, I have certain things that I can and can't talk about with people. I steer clear of a lot of subjects because I do get upset easily when people have a very closed mind. So things like that, yeah, I do get upset easily, very easily with that. But not always, like I said. Okay, number 9. What kind of food do you like? What kind of food do I like? Okay, so I like everything. I like pasta, pizza, burgers, fries, disco fry. Like, I like everything. Yeah, I like everything. I don't know. I mean, that's not like you said don't like, because I have a whole list of things that I don't like. I don't like onions and peppers, and I'm pretty funny with things that I eat. Certain things I won't even touch them. Okay, this is number 10. What's your favorite quote or phrase? Or phrase or quote, sorry. Mix that up there. Okay, so I went to the Gen Art Film Festival like last couple days ago, Sunday, beginning of the week. So it feels like yesterday, really, honestly. I keep wanting to say yesterday. But I went there and I got to meet the wonderful Toby Hemingway. And he actually has a tattoo, which I never even noticed, honestly. But there's a picture of him sitting there with the microphone, and on his, I think it's like his left, he has it written down. Well, this would be my left in the camera, but he has it written down his arm, and it's, the only journey is the one within. So that's an awesome quote. I'm going to go with a bunch of the girls that said, everything happens for a reason. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. That's another one. And then I also have a bunch more that I actually looked up this movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Feast of Love. But there's a whole quote that Morgan Freeman. I love Morgan Freeman. I couldn't think of his name for a second. But I love Morgan Freeman. I love him. But anyway, so he says in the beginning of this movie there's a story about the Greek gods. They were bored, so they invented human beings. But they were still bored, so they invented love. Then they weren't bored any longer, so they decided to try love for themselves. And finally, they invented laughter, so they can stand it. And I think that quote to me is funny, and it describes every kind of love ever that you could ever imagine. I mean, you know, once something goes wrong, you work it out, you laugh it out. I mean, like, it's just like the ultimate quote for me. So those, like, the Toby Hemingway quote, you know, means a lot in the sense, like, I'm actually really working on this year. I'm, like, working on myself and trying to figure out myself. And, you know, so the journey, the only journey is the one within, really speaks to me personally. So I really, really like that one. And then the Feast of Love quote is just amazing. And I think it really describes, you know, like, describes everything. So I think, you know, I think that's a really good quote there. So, moving on, my wonderful quote section. Number 11. What's the worst thing that ever happened to you? Okay, the worst thing that has ever happened to me actually didn't happen to me. It happened to my cousin. My cousin recently just lost a baby, and the whole thing, everything was just, it's hard. It was, you know, she chose me as one of the, you know, the godmothers, and for me that was, you know, that it's just, it's horrible being the godmother of a child that you can never hold, or never, you know, take to school, or never do any of the things that I was looking forward to doing with her son. She was going to name him Antonio Joseph, and I'm actually thinking of getting his name somewhere, like, tattooed. It was a very bad experience. It was sad, and, you know, really, really, really bad, and I don't like to really talk about it. I mean, it really was something that, for me, it was like the worst thing that could ever possibly happen ever, because, you know, she's a lot like me. It took her a really long time to discover herself and the things that she wanted, and this was the ultimate thing that she could ever want, and it just kind of, you know, her hopes got dashed, and it was all taken away, and it was just, you know, and it was a hard time. Like, it really, that for me really, like, for me, tested, you know, my faith and everything that went along with anything, like, you know, religion-wise, that really went along with life. Like, people always, you know, I have a lot of religious people in my family, and they're always like, you know, God works in mysterious ways, and this, that, and the other thing, and really, for me, that was the one thing that tested that, that really, really tested, well, is God real, or is he not there, or, you know what I mean? And regardless, and this is something I don't talk about in my videos, because, you know, like, I don't do the religion and the, like, I don't talk about it. Like, it's not, you know, whether you're an atheist, whether you're Catholic, Christian, you know, it doesn't matter. Your faith is your faith. That's fine. But for me, it was something that really tested that, when it was, and it was really just, it was just not a good situation. But yeah, so moving on. Last question. Sorry, guys, I ramble. Question 12. Something we don't know about you. I think, okay, I don't know if you guys can see, there's no tattoos, nothing on my arms. There's no tattoos anywhere. I have absolutely no tattoos. I don't know if, I've really never spoken about this. I want to get a bunch of tattoos. I'm a total tattoo piercing girl. I mean, even though I don't look like it, because I'm girly and whatever, like, you know, I feel like you could be girly and still have tattoos and, you know, look good and stuff, but I want 1,000,001 tattoos, and my whole body is gonna be a canvas. So funny. But yeah, so I changed my mind a lot about the tattoos that I want, but I think I want every single one that I've ever mentioned. The quote that I said before, the only journey is the one within, I really think that I'm going to end up getting that tattooed. And I really do want to get Antonio Joseph, probably like on my wrist. So yeah, that's something you guys probably didn't know, is that I want a bunch of tattoos. Okay, so anybody that's watching this has to do this tag video. I don't give a crap what you say. You have to do it, okay? So, if you're watching me right now acting a fool and being stupid and retarded and getting to know me, then I want to get to know you. So, anybody that does this video after you watch mine, please put it down as a video response, because I really, really want to see everybody's, you know, I want to get to know you, so I want to see all your tag questions. So thanks so much, guys. I think that's it. Okay, bye.